We decided to put this event on today to make the awareness of compliance, legislation, safety, something that resonates all the way to the top. So not only the transport manager has responsibility, but managing director, operations director, health and safety, compliance executives. Not one single person has all of the answers.
This workshop is it's really opened my eyes as to the legislations and the policies and procedures and how important it is, all the way from the MD right throughout the business, to let people be aware and know who's responsible, the actual consequences of what can happen, who's liable, and how important it is to make sure that everything's in place and done correctly throughout the business.
Today has been incredibly informative and has definitely given us a lot of food for thought. We do a lot of the things we're supposed to be doing, but there's definitely lots of things we can improve on. Our engineers definitely see themselves as engineers and not as professional van drivers, but they spend a huge amount of time on the roads, so they need to relook at their responsibilities for driving the vans as much as we need to look at ours as van drivers as well.
We have beer dispense engineers, technicians out there installing equipment in bars, restaurants, but as a matter of fact, the professional drivers. So that's a mindset change for me, that actually they're spending more time driving the van than actually in the cellar, I guess.
So to listen to the police officer was just, really outstanding.
I found my work operationally is that sadly quite a lot of van operators let themselves down on some really basic, simple things. A lot of it is due to a lack of awareness. So attending today, my hope was that I could try and put across the need for increasing people's awareness of what they should be doing. And if I can get that message across and we can make people safer, not only will they do that at work, but hopefully at home, and that will make our roads really safe, and that's what we're all out there to do.
I felt that it's reaching people that don't understand the rules of the road when they run a small mixed fleet. People just think, as in the film showed, oh, I only run vans. They run themselves, and I think it's highlighted to people today that they don't.
All these small things are near misses, and if you ignore them, you can land yourself, the company, and hot water, can't you, financially and morally.
The stark reality is that if you do get it wrong, then there is consequences to be had, whether that's socially on your employees or financially for your business. But the fantastic thing is that there's products out there that we've experienced at Virgin Media in particular that can not only save you money but also save lives, but also engage the driver into doing that.
I thought the mix of speakers was fantastic today.
It's a great opportunity to share best practice and where we want to be and what we need to do.
We see Bott not as a racking company but as a facilitator, introducing fleets to so many innovative companies that you see here today. It's not just about making a customer a vehicle that enables them to do a job better, it's making them understand what's out there in the fleet world. I think we often find that when it comes to the responsibility of directors within businesses, there's that ivory tower mentality, that separation, but events like this really get them to understand that there's so much more to it now. There is that direct link between what's happening on the roads in their vehicles and what they could be culpable and held responsible for.
Our audience today are a mixture of fleets. If you look at the larger fleets, the likes of BT, 33,000 vehicles, and we may be talking to a company that are fitting windows and only have 4 or 5 vehicles. 33,000 vehicles, 4 or 5 vehicles, 50 vehicles, everybody's got the same challenges. One of the challenges that we set ourselves was getting senior management, MDs, chief executives to the event so they can understand the fleet manager's role in their business and the challenges that they face. Having senior management here has enabled them to have a clear understanding of that, and then they can then go back to their own businesses and give the correct levels of support and have a full-on 100% buy-in rather than the fleet manager having to push uphill to get that buy-in. It's going to be coming down from on high, and that can only be good for the industry.
The Van Excellence programme is all about providing confidence to operators that they're running their vans to the highest possible standards, confidence for their shareholders, stakeholders, the organisations that they work with, that they're safe, compliant. We're really pleased with this event. There's an awful lot of senior management and directors from organisations that have come along to hear the messages, and the feedback we're getting from them is it really has been a bit of an eye-opener in terms of the level of risk that can be attached.